Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years. This is Mixtape Monday. This is a weekly show that I do where I take questions from you guys and I answer them in short form on a Monday morning jump. So we have some fun with it. Before we get started, one of my viewers, Dave Murphy, hi Dave Murphy, wanted me to let everyone know about my past life regressions that I offer. So Dave has participated in 2 of them, one private, one group session. Basically what it is, it's a guided hypnosis where I take you into a very relaxed state, either by yourself or in a group, and we go and explore one of your past lives, and you can get names, dates, locations, patterns, stitching some people have pulled out of their outfits that they're wearing, and they've done research on it, finding out some really, really cool things about past lives. It's a fun thing. I am going to offer 2 sessions a month. They're private events. They're off YouTube, off Facebook, off Instagram Live. I do them in a private format. I have limited admission so that we can really talk about your past lives and talk about our experiences together after. So session runs about 2 hours. First half of the session, we're working on your regression and your guided meditation. And then the second half is when we kind of have a group discussion about it. It's really, really fun. People that have participated in it have a great time. If you have some phobias or some intense relationships that you want to work out, strongly suggest that you do that in a private format. But if you just want to go for a little vacation from this lifetime and go see what your other lifetimes were like, you can try the group sessions. I'll be offering those and you'll be seeing those popping up on my community feed, and I'll talk about them in some of my videos. But this is Mixtape Monday. So let's talk about some of the things that you guys want to talk about. I'm going to bring up the card view. Please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to me, go ahead, give it a chance. You can always unsubscribe if you hate my content. Not many people do. I like to take a lot of direction from my viewership. I want to do videos that you guys are interested in. I know you love the royal family. We're going to be talking about that Diddy trial all this week, though. So we'll have a nice mixed bag of things. I'm going to be using the Housewives Tarot this week. This is a fun, kitschy deck. I will probably break out from it at some point and pull up the Pulp Tarot. The Pulp Tarot has been calling me for the last few days. So Sally McDade, how are you, my darling? Wanted to know if Starmer is going to resign before his full term. Now, I've asked this before in shorts, but this is a great opportunity for me to let you guys know how free will sometimes changes the perspective. So, we may get different answers as we get deeper and deeper into conflict with the people of the United Kingdom and Kier Starmer's tenure as prime minister. So let's see. Kier Starmer, what is our energy at the moment about resigning or seeing it through? We have resigning, seeing it through to the end of his term, resigning, 5 of Cups. It would be a gross disappointment. And this is something that I did see the last time, Sally, my dear, that the ego is bigger than the bigger picture. And 5 of Pentacles, sticking it out. So this is wild. These are both very chaotic and unsettled ideas. So this is giving it up, and this is staying. He does not care if he is not in alignment with the bulk of the people. He is going to cling to that power for the moment. Is there anything that would change that for Kier Starmer? Is there anything that would change that for him? Anything that would change it? 1, 2, 3. If poor decisions are revealed. Remember, this moon, it's mystery, it's things hidden behind the curtain, it's things that we don't know about. And also, our high priestess is hiding things behind the curtain, but this is revelation. So, hiding revelation here, and that we are not working for the greater good or the opinions of most of the people. So, I think if there is a revelation about his incongruence with the consensus of the people, I think we may see something different. Brief pause. I had to set up my camera a little bit differently. Sorry about that, guys. You didn't even notice, did you? So, next question. Will Mount St. Helens, Washington erupt within the next year? This is an interesting question because if you go back and look at my Sunday video, I did a full length Sunday video on what we can expect in the future regarding the possibility of underwater volcanoes in the Pacific Northwest. I had some very interesting answers. 2064 is going to be a very interesting year if my reading is correct. So let's see. We're going to read Mount St. Helens just as an entity itself. I do this lots of the time. Judgment in reverse. And what do we have? The Fool, little reckless rumbling there under the surface. 9 of Wands. Something is loosened up over there, guys. I am going to say that for my people up there near Mount St. Helens. I remember the first time it erupted. You know what? I do think that possibility of some rumblings in Mount St. Helens is possible. This is not, I'm very surprised at what I'm getting here. The Hermit. So I think the Hermit is, working with information that we have, collective intelligence, the study that we have done, the things that we have compiled, and we're really ruminating and thinking about those things. So here we've got that the collaboration is not working well. What is collaboration in the sense of volcanic issues? This is all of those plates kind of working not together, but kind of smashing into each other. Gregopedia talked about it during my video that launched on Sunday. So you can go see how he explains the Pacific Rim. Not that he's a volcanologist or a geologist or anything like that. We're still patiently awaiting the reveal of Gregopedia and his profession. Some of you may know it because it was accidentally revealed by a friend of mine on YouTube. We're okay with it, but it's still fun and games to speculate. But here, the Fool is reckless. Judgment is not. We're not weighing in correctly. We're not dealing with the pressures very well. And here, the 3 of Pentacles. Those components of tectonic plates are not working well together, and it's going to cause some problems. What can the people around Mount St. Helens expect? 3 of Wands. There's going to be a lot of chaos. 3 of Swords, a lot of loss. 8 of Cups, going to have to leave the area. This is pretty dramatic, guys. We're going to pull these out. Leave those there. Do we have a time frame on this? We were asking if it's in the next year, so let's see if it is this summer. World in reverse. Fall, 2 of Wands. Winter, 10 of Pentacles. Temperance. My money is going toward winter. This 10 of Pentacles in reverse is unseating everything. Everything's kind of thrown up in the air. And then this Temperance, again, spring kind of brings everything back into place and sitting down. So I think here we're not quite ready yet. Here, the tectonic plates are not smashing together in just the right fashion. But here we see that the foundations are going to get a little wild. So winter, I'm going to call it for winter, guys. Call it for winter. So please be careful. Annette Martin. Hello, Annette, my dear. Annette Martin. Will woke disintegrate and we return to a normal way of thinking? Is woke thinking going to go the way of the dodo? The Fool. No, there'll be another incarnation of it. Nine of Wands, Ace of Cups underneath, King of Cups behind, Page of Wands in reverse, and the Five of Wands. So no, I don't think that woke thinking is going to go away. I think the branding will go away. And why do I say this? Because there have always been individuals who speak out, protest, speak on behalf of the downtrodden with a limited amount of experience and information about that particular subject. So this is middle class white women who are, carrying torches and walking into the future on behalf of little aliens from Mars that, their rights have been trampled on. They're just speaking about things that they don't necessarily understand. And we all see this in our PTA meetings and other organizations like that. We do see that people kind of talking about what they don't know. They have a little bit of opinion about it. I have a friend who is Jewish, and their child was busted protesting on behalf of Palestinians, Gaza. Specifically, they were talking about Hamas, and that was a bad look. That kid got to talk to the family rabbi. Let's just put it that way. It's one thing to be protesting on behalf of a group or people because you do feel that there's inhumanity and injustice being put there, but there's another thing when there's a direct correlation with an invasion of your country. So I'm not going to go too far into that, but yes, I do think that we will see a fresh new branding of this. It won't be called woke. It'll be, there's always going to be young or misinformed people, young thinking people, people with a surface kind of understanding of a subject that are going to stand up and complain and make a big deal out of it. So there we go. So, and just a little bit of a change of scene here. Having some camera issues today, guys, but I think we got it. So, is Elon Musk the father of Amber Heard's twins? You got it, Star Baby. You got it, Star Baby. One card. We're doing one card. One card. Is Elon Musk the father of Amber Heard's new baby twins? Seven of Wands. Balancing act. Let's get a clarifier card on that. The Chariot. Moving on. We need more. We need more. Nine of Pentacles. I'll never tell. And the Emperor in reverse. I'm going to say no. I don't think so. I do think she's going to keep it top secret. Let's see. Is it James Franco? Why not? King of Cups. Whoa! Did not expect that. So let's see what these babies look like when they finally show their faces. Is James Franco father of her first baby? Let's see. Let's see. Is James Franco father of the first baby? Queen of Cups. So I am going to say that I think James Franco may have had a hand or two involved in that. So not expected, not expected. Karen Cultus, one of my favorites. Karen, my dear, you want to know, is Harry going to get his IPP status? Is he going to get it? Let's look at the next year. Is Harry going to get the IPP status? We all know that's something that he's looking for, knocking door to door, trying to get someone to let him in. Tower in reverse, Two of Pentacles, Empress, Seven of Swords. Guess what? No, I don't think he's going to in the next year. This is why something he did right here with that tower and that lovely aspect. Let's look at her lovely aspect. Gross. Something that he did omitted him from the equation. Now, leaving the royal family, this is something that the judge said in the appeals court. Leaving the royal family had an expected and disclosed result. This is what he did. He actually has chosen a separate life, even if he wanted to come to the United States and be a businessman, a celebrity, whatever he chose to be. He's still chosen a different life. Everyone says when you leave your job, you don't get to keep the company car. Carrie? Harry, you don't get to keep the company security. That's how this works. Empress here. This is a declaration from the Queen. We are going to see shady behavior here be revealed. And I think this queen is not our queen, like Queen Elizabeth or Queen Consort Camilla, or even future Queen Consort Catherine, but this is the queen of his life. They are going to explain to him that if your wife is a celebrity, as she purports to be, that the royal family has no business paying, involving, making accessible any of the resources or entities that they have on their speed dial. This is going to show some shady behavior. Do we expect him to lash out and create an event that will necessitate this? Hermit in reverse, Six of Swords. Yeah, I think they're trying. I said this before. I do think they're trying to concoct some kind of a plan. School year's almost over. Some kind of a plan to demonstrate that they need support. I do think that that's what the near catastrophic car crash that never happened was. So no, I don't think he's going to get that IPP status as of yet. My darling husband, Gregopedia, said, is it true that there's a 6-foot bat terrorizing Gotham City? Let's see if they still have their bat problem in Gotham City. Just for my husband, indulge me here. I will let him know that I answered his question. Three of Wands, Gotham City has lots of different places and different factions and different organizations that are not working together. So thank God for that bat. Thank you, Gregopedia, for your amazing question. So now this is from Heidi Wiley. I didn't realize your name, Heidi. So cool. Are the reports in the British papers true today about Harry and Meghan? I asked her for some clarification, and she said that they have lost everything. This was something that was in the Mirror. I did not see the report because I have been playing with kittens. You guys will be seeing the kittens, Gandalf, Bergamot, and Tortoiselli on my shorts this week. I took some footage of them. They have been out and about playing in the suns. They're still not eating food and still nursing on mama. I'm really tempted to rename that ginger kitten Trevor Colt. So let me know if you think I should rename our ginger kitten Trevor Colt. We'll call him Trevor. We'll call him Trevor Cat. So let's go. Is it true that Harry and Meghan have lost everything? What are their finances like? Queen of Pentacles, they haven't lost everything yet. The Hierophant, again, you guys know what I say about the Hierophant. The Hierophant is seats of power that we know. King of Cups, I think they still have an allowance. I'm sorry, guys. I think that there is an allowance, but I do think that it was hard to come by. 10 of Pentacles, this was left, the reality of their worlds was left behind, finances, that kind of thing. Here, there are investments that are working for them. Hierophant, seat of power, that does come from the royal family. I think that money that was given to them via the royal family, I don't think Meghan's making a whole lot. I think that has been invested, put in the bank, taken care of, and I think that they're okay for now. Three of Swords, I think, and the stock market's been tipping up, guys. So it tipped up a little. I saw it on the on my ALEXA. I saw the stock market tipped up a little bit. So I think if there are investments, I think they're doing just fine. They're not invested just in clever blends or something like that. Now, have they lost everything in terms of opportunity and notoriety? That is a different question. Shuffling the cards on screen for you guys. There you go. Have they lost everything in terms of opportunity, notoriety, success? Has it evaded them? Two of Wands. Five of Cups. It's not the kind of success that they want. Ooh, Page of Cups. Knight of Cups in reverse. Temperance. And Queen of Wands. I don't think they're being offered the kinds of things that they want. You know, promises made, promises not kept. So I do think that what they expected to be the little darlings, the romantic royals in exile, you know, like the you know, there's something very Casablanca about it. Like they're in exile and, you know, just kind of biding their time. Like I think Canada was their Casablanca. You know, they just were going to sit there and like huddle in a corner and wait until the coast was clear, and then they could make a run for it. They could get out with their jewels. They could buy their way there with diamonds. If you haven't seen Casablanca, I'm sorry, it's one of my favorite movies. It should be yours too. Great, great movie. I still cry every time she gets on that plane. But they're at a crossroads now. They're not the little darlings. I think that this is something that they're aware of. And I think that this is something that Harry is hyper aware of because at one time he was a darling. Eight of Cups. He has no way to go back to. King of Swords, Death in reverse. He really does not have anything to transform into. He was the cheeky chappy. That was what they called him, you know, before Megan. And he seemed very fun and affable and pleasant with other people. He is now brooding, miserable, not talking with other people, not being charming in most situations. It seems forced. It seems weird. In some of the casual personal shots, he does look like he's taking some substances and not really with it. So I think the transformation into Harry being a leading man, which I don't, once upon a time, he was supposed to be like a leading man. And then he was supposed to be like some kind of a crack producer. He was going to produce movies. And then COVID happened and the Queen died and all these terrible things befell them and they had bad timing. These are all headlines that they put out. There's nothing for him to transform into. I think this is his final transformation to miserable prince, not generating any money, seeing, and I do think that they can see the end of the line. They can see where the money is going to kind of round off, where we're not going to have the same kind of income. I don't think that they invested in a funds that will return to them a sustainable lifestyle. I think they are still investing in businesses that they're running, investing in projects that they're doing in the hopes that those will catch fire and earn some money moving forward. This temperance card tells me that the try hard is not equaling the return on it in terms of their PR and their likability. Page of Cups, they've got to understand no one likes them. Very few people like them now. They're not a likable couple. How do they see themselves? Ace of Cups, broken. How did others see them? Unhappy. King of Cups in reverse. Hopes and fears, Hangman, that they're going to have to come to terms with what they did. And then end outcome, we've got the Queen of Wands still trying, but the King of Wands not able to produce any kind of exciting or good content that people are really interested in. So it's really unfortunate. I do think It is a bad era for them. Bad era. So let me see if I have any more questions here. I don't have any more questions immediately in front of me. And the other questions that are in my comments, I'm going to reserve for shorts all this week. I'll be recording shorts presently. But let's see what kind of summer Harry is going to have. What is Harry's summer going to be like? Oh, the devil in reverse, the Queen of Cups, very unhappy and making unhappy things. The Five of Wands, the Sun. He's got to look at the bright side. Nine of Cups up top, and the King of Pentacles. What do you say, fellow readers? I know I have a lot of people that read, that watch my channel. This is a very interesting spread for Harry. So the devil in reverse is breaking away from things that are no longer good for you, no longer serve you well, things that at one time you were tolerating because they felt good and they were wonderful. And here, the Queen of Cups, realizing this is the motivating factor for him, realizing I'm not happy, I'm not generating any happiness. Over here, the Sun trying to get those happy thoughts back in, good for him. Five of Wands, lots of people working in different directions here. That is what he feels like, going in separate directions, separate goals. That is really, I think this is business manager, agents, Megan, everybody. Up here, this Nine of Cups, wish granted. I think we get some respite from the wife. And over here, respite from the Rachel. And over here, Knight of Pentacles, I think he does start to resort his life out. How does he see himself over the summer? The Empress in reverse, he's just exhausted. He can't produce anything else. How do others see him? Detached, breaking away, not being a part of it, going their own way. And we have over here hopes and fears. The hope is that he does not have to work this summer. He is tired of being told, Harry, you must do this, Harry, you must do that. He wants a break. He doesn't want to show his face on James Corden or any of those other shows. Final outcome, what do we get? Page of Cups. Are we getting a restored Harry this summer? I think we might. This is very interesting. And I, intuitively, I am getting that I think he's going to be spending time on the East Coast this summer. So those of you that go to the Hamptons, if I have any viewers that go to the Hamptons, you might want to keep your eyes peeled. I think he might be in the Hamptons this summer. I know we've got the Diddy trial going on. I don't think he'll have to be out here for that. But the Hamptons are really still celebrity enclave. But I do think that it's a little bit easier to hide there for somebody like Harry. So I'm wondering who he knows that has a place in the Hamptons that he can go stay with. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think about what I read about today. Let me know if you want to view some of your past lives, if you want to jump in and look at past lives with me. Let me know what you think about the giant bat that is flying over Gotham City. And let me know how you're getting ready for your summer, because I think summer is going to be fantastic. I am going to do sales for the whole summer starting June 1st. I will put up sales and they will stick and stay for the entirety of the summer. That way I don't have to be tinkering with them all summer long. But this week, you will be able to book a reading with me at a tremendous discount on Wednesday and Thursday. So keep an eye out. It's a 5-alarm sale. You will be able to book an hour reading for an amazing discount for me anytime in the future, but I'm only going to keep the link open for 2 days. So keep an eye out for that. I still have my text message, WhatsApp readings that are available. You get a video recording for that. You can either get a picture and a write-up, or you can get a video recording if you want. I've got lots of stuff going on. I will see you guys in the future.